Have you ever wondered why some people just seem to not care about the opinions of other people and not need their validation and approval, while you sit there contemplating what people think about you, how you should act, feeling maybe a certain level of guilt or shame? Well, in this video, I'm going to show you why that is and what you can do about it. So let's get into it. So you've probably been there where you get into your own head, you overqualify when you're in a conversation, you put other people on a pedestal, you want them to think you're good, you want them to think that you are worthy or whatever it is, and you end up putting that person on the pedestal and you just come off as low value because you are unconsciously seeking their approval and validation, which as a consequence they look at you as lesser than, just based off your behaviors. So why does this happen and what can you do about it? Well, the first thing, this is all inner game. There's probably 10 to 20% of vocabulary structure where it has to do with framing and how you say the right words. But that's honestly, it's probably 7% of communication is verbal. I personally would say it's probably somewhere higher though, because words are pretty important, but they're not as important as your mindset, your sub communication, the way you convey and behave. That is super, super. It takes way more precedence than the verbs and your verbiage and what you say and how you say it. Now, with that being said, this has to do with childhood. So, growing up, if you had parents who were very rewarding and punitive, so punishment and reward, where if you do the right things, then they'll reward you, tell you're a good boy or girl, and they'll reward you with love and affection and approval. And then if you do something bad, they'll take away love, affection, and approval, which subconsciously communicates to that child other people's approval tells me whether I am good or bad. So if mom or dad are happy with me, that means I'm good. If I'm not, that means I'm bad, I'm not lovable, and I'm doing something wrong. So then you associate your worth and your value based off other people's opinions, whether they approve of you, whether they don't. And you could see that how painful that would be for someone because obviously people are flawed. People are not God. People have emotions. People have limiting beliefs. People have problems in their life. Or maybe they just don't agree with you, right? No one's going to stay with you unconditionally. And no matter how much you think they love you, you act in a certain way. There's a certain set of behaviors you can do that's going to make that person not want to be around you and leave you. Unfortunately, we don't want to hear that. It's true. And like I was saying, human beings are limited, right? Yourself plus the other people. So then basing your self worth, self esteem on other people's moods, behaviors, opinions, beliefs, it's going to cause you a lot of suffering. It's going to make you feel a lot of shame, a lot of guilt. It's not going to allow you to hold frame and be confident because you're always looking externally. And this is a little bit gross, right? Like we all know that person that comes up and is super smiley and is trying to please you, and it's like, what does this person want? Like, bro, come on. So your sub communications will throw the people off and it repels people. So this is why it's extremely important to be grounded in your own integrity and your own spiritual beliefs, right? So you have all major religions, three monotheistic religions, pretty solid. Christianity seems to be the best, in my personal opinion. Islam is really good too. I mean, even if you want to go to that new age stuff like Buddhism and Hinduism, which I don't know too much about, but those are probably pretty some good options as well. I know a little bit about them. But you need something that's going to spiritually ground you, where you understand that you are worthy and you are lovable inherently within yourself. And just because you don't have to base your worth off other people's opinions, whether they approve or validate of you, right? Because if you do that and they disapprove of you, you're just going to feel a ton of shame. And that's not something you can control. And it's not something that is just smart to do. So one is grounding yourself in some sort of spirituality, which is going to tell you that you are ultimately a soul and is going to give you some integrity, and ultimately just saying that God or the universe loves you and is looking out for you, and that you're safe until it's time for you to pass from this world, and that you are loved, right? Unconditionally. Right? That's the biggest message in Christianity, which is beautiful. Now, once you get that grounding in the spirituality, you then have to do the internal work to release the fact that you feel like you're bad or you need other people. And this is mainly going to be around, guilt. So it's like I've done something wrong, or I'm not worthy, which is shame, or I'm bad. So these are the unconscious programmings that are running underneath that are telling us, hey, earn this person's approval, earn this person's respect, trying to earn this person's validation so I can feel good about myself, because I can't manufacture that internally. So that's going to do something that you need to create internally, which is a lot of what my coaching is about building self-worth, self-esteem. I don't really do too much work on external how-tos. If I find it necessary, I'll do the coaching on that. But what I found, like 80 to 90% is just internal. You change your identity, you change your self-worth, and then everything starts to unfold. Even if there's skills required, when you change your identity, you just become the person that acquires that skills, right? Skills aren't really that hard. So, yeah, I mean, that's really all I have for this. If you found this valuable, leave a like and follow, and I'll see you in the next video. And let me know if this was valuable, and let me know if there's something else you want to see. And I'll probably drop a link to a free course in the description, so if you want to check that out. People are telling me it's changing their lives. You'll see it in there if you decide to join. You'll see some of the comments in there. You'll see on the homepage, if when you apply and I have to accept you, you'll see some of the testimonials on there as well. It's getting insane results, transforming from the deepest part, and it's free for now. I don't know how long it's going to be free. So if you're interested in that, you can join. You'll be grandfathered in if I do decide to raise the price. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video.